Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family and foes, one alike, welcome back to the CloudCityConverse podcast. It is your boy, King Naja, and of course, my brother, the man, Derrick Shaw. The CloudCityConverse, once again, we are re-releasing the podcast because we want to get these interviews going again. We are here live reporting Romania Week with my man's music bumper playing in the background. Thank you for sharing that with the people, sir. They only get that for free for so long. And of course, we are unfiltered, unscripted, as well as unapologetic. Fun conversations, talking about life, talking about wrestling, talking about whatever is on your mind. So my brother, what are you feeling? What's on your mind? How you doing today?
You know, man, everyone likes to talk about, we're doing Mania House, right?
Correct.
We've got Mania House. We're down the road from the strip.
Yep.
There's like thousands of other people here, all trying to go for the same thing.
For sure.
Which means there's not a lot of phone usage, because everyone's they're occupied.
Mm-hmm.
And there was something that we were talking about a little bit ago, about just being available for those that we probably should be more available for.
Mm.
And in my case, it'd be like my family.
Yeah.
Because not all of us have perfect homes, right? We're not all golden spoon, silver spoon. Some of us have bronze, mud, sticks, whatever. But it's not just like, hey, I'm busy. At least say something, make the connection, have the conversation. Don't just leave someone like wondering. Even if it's quick, just something quick. Because something quick can be important. Like we were saying with like the case with your dad. I'm packing. I'm getting ready to drive 3 hours for a show. And instead of saying, I'll get it in a second because I'm about to jump in the car. I'm like, you know what? Let me take this. I take it. 10 seconds into the phone call, I'm told my dad's having a stroke.
Right.
A mild stroke. Not what I was expecting to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Not the conversation I was thinking I was going to have. Normally it's, hey, how you doing? Who you doing it with? How you doing?
Yeah, basic dad check-in stuff. Just let you know I'm alive, making sure you're alive. Keep it pushing. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's missing. A lot of that's missing.
Oh, good.
A lot of that's missing. And it's not just family, like friends are the same way. Like we're close, we drift apart.
Mm-hmm.
That's normal. That's very normal behavior.
Right.
But I feel like that connection shouldn't be fully severed unless that's your choice.
And I think, interestingly enough, so the funny part is, friends, as you guys are viewing this, you're actually coming in on the tail end of a conversation. And that's why I originally started the podcast, not the relaunch, but the initial launch of the podcast was just general life conversations. Because one of the things that my dad taught me is that if you ask somebody how they're doing, pay attention to the answer, and don't be the first one to just assume someone is doing well or to assume someone's not. Take a moment and ask, because you don't know what happens in the context of relationships and conversations, right? You don't know the commonalities that you have with somebody, common human interest stuff, that the one nice thing that you say to somebody can be the one nice thing that keeps them from taking their lives, or they can change the trajectory of their day, right? So you all out there that are going to be watching this at whatever point in time are privy to come into a tail end of a conversation that Sean and I were having about life, about relationships, to your point, about communicating, about being present, not being so locked into your cell phone that you're unable to appreciate a moment, to appreciate a conversation. It's funny, we're here, like I stated before, at Mania Week, reporting from the Mania House, and there's so many things going on, right? We got people coming in and out of the house. We got my boy Levi over there, hopefully going to jump on the mic soon. But there's, what would you say, you're a promoter, 200 shows? 150 shows, something like that?
Oh, yeah, over 75.
Okay, so somewhere between
It's a solid.
But that's within like 3 days.
within 3 days, within probably a 10-mile radius, right, of Allegiant. So part of Mania Week is not just WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday, but it's a lot of independent shows, getting caught up with people, conventions, and doing stuff, having conversations. So Joey Thorne and I were walking through, it's called WrestleCon. We're walking through WrestleCon, and I wanted to go meet Jake the Snake. It's on program. I meet Jake the Snake. I wanted to meet Jay Gentile, Jasmine Nix, definitely on program. for your boy. So I get to meet her, right? Chop it up with her a little bit, right? Caught up with Nick Wayne and Shayna because it's always good to see them. Talk with Chris Bay for a few minutes, which is always good. But like catch up with friends. But it was like I wasn't taking out my phone to record interactions. Me and Chris just talked about stuff that me and Chris talk about offline because of his neck injury, because of my neck injury, right? Our conversations offline, the conversations we've had offline that people aren't privy to, those are the things that I think that make not just life as a whole, but specifically in this very, very weird world of pro wrestling that we all inhabit, meaningful. Those relationships count. I've gotten advice from you from day one. A lot of the kids that are training now at OPW, when you and I are there, we have the opportunity to feed back into them, like stuff that Fale fed into you, stuff that you fed into me, stuff now I can turn around and feed into like an Ayana Allure or anybody who's going to ask, right? That's going to be coachable and willing. But it's dope. It's dope. So anyway, I kind of went off on a little tangent there, but let's talk a little bit about your journey and your trajectory right now. What are you looking to do next? What's next for Derrick Shaw, Derrick Jaws in pro wrestling?
What I'm wanting to happen and the steps that I'm taking is I'm trying to leave the area.
Okay.
I've been in it for a while. I've helped bring in and bring up a lot of people. My favorite thing to do, because I absolutely love making people look good. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people don't have this or that in the business. Like they might be missing one or two things.
Sure.
But I feel like that's the one thing I've always been good at, is helping put people to the next spot, showcasing all the good things about.
Isn't that frustrating though? Like
Hell
sacrificing
yeah,
yourself and your own dreams to help somebody else. And I would imagine, and it was a setup question, obviously, but the level of frustration and not having a return on that investment you're putting into somebody, right?
Yeah, I mean there is that part of it. Yes, it is frustrating, but at the same time, I've always been someone who, despite my efforts, my work, my time, if I see someone that I've helped and I see them get places that I'm either not going or that I'm trying to get to,
Sure.
It still motivates me. Like back in the day, I'd be spiteful. Like, nah, screw that. Like, nah, all that.
Right. Get mine type.
But I love it because then I can see what it takes. I see what they're doing. I see what extra work that I have to do now, how they get treated, who are they talking to. I'm like, okay, I'm just taking notes. I'm a huge note taker.
Mm-hmm.
Always been doing that. But with that, because I've been up and down the West Coast, I want to get away from it. I know the names, I know the people, I know the promotions, I know all that kind of stuff. I want to learn new things. I want to be around different people. I want someone else to tell me what I need to work on. I want to see what the Midwest says. They don't like the slow, old school style. That's fine. I'm adapting. That's my whole thing. I'm an adaptation specialist. I can do whatever the fuck you want. If they want it to be spot, cool, I can do that. You want lucha? I can do that too. You want slow? You want brawl? You want all that? Tell me.
Right.
But I want them to tell me what they need from me. It's like the most common question. Right? Hey, are you healer face? Can you do this? I'm like, I can do whatever you want. That's the thing. Like, that's the biggest thing that was always imprinted on me when I was training. Is you don't need to be healer face. You need to know how to do your job. If you can do your job, you can do whatever the fuck they want. And I feel like I'm at that place where I can be the heel, I can be the tween, I can be the face. You need so-and-so to get over, cool. You need so-and-so to get buried. I don't know why we do that, but
Right.
We can do it. I can do all that stuff. You just need a mouthpiece? Sure. You need a rah-rah, you need a crowd plant, all of it. Like, I want to see how other people do. I know how Oregon runs shows. I know how Washington runs shows. I know like a small chunk of NorCal, South, SoCal, how they do things. I don't know how Texas runs. I don't know how Chicago runs. I don't know what they do in Jersey.
Right.
I don't know any of that stuff, and I want to, because how else do I fill the rest of my resume? I have to fail. I have to succeed. I have to see all these things. I need those voices telling me what I can do to be better, or what have I been doing that's correct that I can continue to do.
Building blocks, right?
Yeah. So like my whole thing is have a beautiful airport right next to where I live, and it gets me anywhere I need to be.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, very quickly. But I don't want to be at home. I want to be anywhere but home. And I don't really care like how in the red it ends up putting me. That's part of the process.
Well, and it's the other thing we were talking about earlier, right, is life experiences, right? Being present in the journey that you're on and appreciating those different steps that oftentimes
They're not fun.
they're not fun. And
No.
anything else, though, right? I'm a man of faith, and we talked about it before. Scripture speaks of the refiner's fire, not in a direct scripture, but in story, right? The way you purify gold is by heating it up, right? You have to separate the pure from the impure, and the impurities rise to the surface. You wipe them away, and then you have something that's different, that's refined, right? And the same thing, we all know that old adage, right? Pressure makes diamonds,
Yeah.
right? So
Iron sharpens iron.
iron sharpens
my
iron.
favorite.
Yeah, right. So
You
it's
gotta
all
be uncomfortable. You have to.
Well,
It's
yeah,
going to be
because
rough before
how do you
it gets
grow?
better.
Okay, we work out, right? I mean, you're trying to have yams like what we got up in here. They don't come naturally. I mean, some of us are blessed. Well, the three of us, yes, definitely blessed.
Hey, yo.
It comes naturally, right? But the majority of people have to put in a lot of work. And how do you, I mean, we've all done deadlift sessions, squat sessions where you just PR or whatever, and for the next 3 days, you can't get off the toilet.
You can't move.
But you're better for it because of the process, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go ahead and land this plane. But before we go, because I know you got stuff to do, and I want to catch Levi while I can, talk a little bit about Mania, the show, what you are or are not looking forward to, and anything you want to leave the folks with. I mean, it's a pretty stacked card. Very interesting looking, one would say.
No, I mean,
Consider yourself fortunate.
I was gonna say that I was like, maybe I'll be the first one to say it. I don't watch anymore. I literally only watch Mania and the Rumble once a year. That's it.
Yeah.
So for me, this is the same reason why I like going into promotions that don't have, hey, it's whatever time o'clock it is, we're all gonna circle up and have a meeting. I don't want to know the other matches. Let me react. I want to be excited, or I want to be upset because this happened. Because so and so did that. I don't care what their finish is or how it's supposed to end. So Mania and Rumbles for me are perfect. I don't like getting on Twitter. Oh, who's in town? Who's in town?
Yeah.
Oh, now the surprise is fucked because I already know. Because someone took a picture. Oh, there's so and so.
Right. Yeah. So you'll just be able to watch and enjoy the
Yes.
show for what it is. Yeah, I agree.
I
and
love
I
that.
think I'm looking forward to that as well.
I
Anything?
am doing Brock and Oba. I want to see.
And that's the first match on day one today, I think. Yeah, that's going to open Mania, which is dope. So
Jesus.
that'll be a hell of a way to start.
Because again, it's full circle. It's passing the torch.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new beast. It's Oba. It's not Brock anymore. He's done.
Right.
That's why he's getting thrown around by this guy. No one's thrown him around.
Right.
Maga did for a day.
But what a dope way to honor the business, right?
Yeah.
Is on your way out, you look up at the lights. You do what you're supposed to do. And for those young workers out there, and hopefully Levi will talk about it a little bit more when he comes up. Honor the business and the tradition. Like, you don't have to. Bully Ray says, no matter how you feel about Bully Ray, one way or the other, he says you don't have to go over to get over, right?
I remember.
Me and Joe were bullshitting and talking the other day, and of course, we always say Levi Shapiro. Who do you ever beat? Well, there's a list, right?
Rookie of the year on a losing streak.
Right, brother. But I'm like, when it comes down to it, the end result, right? And
Yeah.
Joe and I were talking about that. I was like, King Naja, who do you ever beat? I'm like, I think in my less than 100 matches of my total career, which doesn't sound like a lot, but y'all try doing this shit when you're 52. I think I beat the Aces once. I said, outside of that, I know I get cheered and I know I get booed and I sell a shit ton of merch, so you don't have to go over to get over. And I'm enjoying the journey. So anything you want to leave the people with before we let you get back to being Raekwon the chef?
Yeah, actually, it's part of like the phone call thing about being present. Just be grateful. Wrestling's not going anywhere. You can take your timeouts. If your family's having a problem, be there for your family. Be grateful for what you have, because eventually it's gone. Wrestling's never gone. It's never gone. It's the one consistent. Friends, family, they're gonna go. So just be there. Take your timeouts. Take your time off. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to pause. Understand that.
Well, last thing I want to say to you is thank you. not for just the interview and the time, but for being my brother and for everything that you've helped me work through in my process of, just being a man. So good looking out. All right, bet. All right, on that note, let me fire up this track again. We'll play you out the way we played you in. Anything you want to say? Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so.
No, just oh.
Just
He said oh, but I thought he was going to say oh something else.
Oh.
Here we go. Boom.